Howdy everyone, John here, and today we're taking a look at the Hollywood Destination 2 bike on our 2020 Ford Escape. This is going to be a great way to get your road bikes to the trail, so let's take a closer look. So this is going to have a 35 weight capacity per bike, so that's going to be pretty good for your road bikes and some of your lighter mountain bikes, but I would not recommend this for heavier fat tire bikes or e-bikes. It's also not going to be great for any odd shaped frame bikes or any kind of carbon frame because it is frame mounted. So keep that in mind. It is going to be held at two different points on your wheels. Right down here, there's going to be two straps. So just keep that in mind. And overall, I would say that it's definitely easy to get these off. I kind of like the straps themselves because they are so easy to work with, and then you can move them if you need to up and down depending on your wheel size. Now, showing the way to take this off, considering it does have a lighter weight capacity, it's much easier to get your bikes over this little mount right here, so you're not going to have to worry about it as much. I would definitely take off this. Hold on one second. There we go. And just make sure that you have a way of keeping the bike from falling back. But it's relatively easy to just lift this off and go for your ride. Now that we're going to put everything away, now that we have our bike off, this unfortunately does not tilt away, so you'll have to put everything, take all the bikes off if you want to get into the back of your vehicle. And you can still leave this up, luckily, so once you have your bikes off, you can get your helmets or anything else you may need for your ride. It's going to be easy to put it down as well, because we can just undo it right here. And as you can see, we have a 360-degree movement if you need with this clamp. So while it won't fit all types of frame bikes, it does have some versatility here. It's also very easy to get this out of the way. Just undo this clamp, put this down to the side, and then you can really decide the best place to put it. I usually like to put one of these straps around the actual mount. And there we go. So that's going to be out of the way, keeping it down. And now we can get some measurements. So the amount of space from the back of your vehicle to the back of your bike rack is going to be around 24 inches. So that's not too bad. Overall, it's a very small bike and very light, which is nice. So you don't have to worry about having to have a second person to help lift this. But it is going to have about 16 inches of ground clearance, and ground clearance is something to keep in mind whenever you're going up a hill or you're on some rocky terrain, because if your front goes up, your back's going to go down. Now, while it can't tilt away, it can fold up. It's really easy to work with. It's just going to have this knob that's screwed in here. You're going to undo that. And you can do it one-handed, which is really nice. So if you have something else in your hand, you don't have to worry as much. Find the hole, tighten it down. And now that cuts down on a lot of that space. And you're going to have about 12 inches. So that's not bad at all. And it's not going to get too close to your vehicle either. After pushing these down, closest point is going to be give or take 3 inches. So you don't have to worry about this getting any closer to the back of your vehicle. Now the shank is going to be a 2-inch adapter on an 1.25-inch shank. So let's say that you have another vehicle in your caravan, you may want to move it over. You luckily can do that if it has a smaller hitch, but it's also being held in place by this anti-rattle bolt. And as you can see, as I move it around, it is not really moving much other than a little bit closer to the top, and even then it's pretty sturdy, so there isn't much play. If you need to get you and a friend's road bike to and fro, this is going to be a great and affordable choice. Though if you're wanting something with a little bit more bells and whistles, a higher weight capacity, maybe check out the Rocky Mountain monorail. That's going to be wheel mounted, so you aren't going to have to worry about any kind of carbon frame bike, and it's also going to have a tilt away. So if you're wanting to upgrade, I would maybe check that out. And that was a look at the Hollywood Destination 2 bike on our 2020 Ford Escape. Thanks for watching.